It's gone by in the blink of an eye. The past 12 months were filled with lights, camera, reactions.
Hello!
As we embraced all of the entertainment that moved us. From celebrity sit-downs to critics of all sizes. It was more than pop culture, it was our everyday life.
Before we pop the champagne and celebrate 2025, let's head back down the yellow brick road and explore 2024. I'm Amanda Salas, coming to you from the Lido Theater in Newport Beach, and after a 5-year restoration, it's back and better than ever. Wow, what a year full of movies, music, memes, and more that made us laugh, cry, and dance. But let's start with a little love, shall we? One Love.
According to Forbes, Bob Marley One Love has become one of the top-earning musical biopics in the nation's history. I sat down with the film star Kingsley Ben-Adir to talk about the man behind the music.
It's a hit.
Reggae is the people music.
You know you're a superstar.
I am a superstar. Bob as a person who really existed, you know,
A real person.
as a real person, I don't know if it gets much better than Bob, you know.
I don't think so.
No, and not for me because I'm not a musician. So it was a treat for me to get to spend a couple of years learning how to be a musician, learning how to dance, learning how to sing. Like all of those things, you know, they're new skills and they're fun.
Movies and music go hand in hand. And sometimes the person we need to love the most is ourselves, and give ourselves some much-deserved flowers.
Miley Cyrus winning her first 2 Grammys with her mom Tish by her side. It was a jaw-dropping moment for the singer who received the award from Mark Ronson and his mother-in-law Meryl Streep on stage. This was actually the second win of the night for Cyrus. Earlier, she grabbed the Grammy for Best Pop Solo Performance.
Springtime gave us films, flowers, and Fringe. Country music and fashion were front and center, and we were here for all of it. Remember, this ain't Texas. Woo!
Fans loved Cowboy Carter, and Beyoncé had many tracks, sharing the spotlight with other big names in music like Dolly Parton, Post Malone, and Willie Nelson. She made Grammy history with 11 nominations, the most for any artist in the award show's history.
Love was in the air this year, unless you're
Jack Black, whose character might be known for his fighting skills, but is all about the warm and fuzzies. Kind of.
Let me just... Good to see you guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go.
No, I came to the premiere, and in the words of the great Jack Black and White, Ho the Panda, I don't talk, I do kicks.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
I don't need to talk, I just do kicks. Hi! Yeah!
We go from skadoosh to skaduo. Once you make it in your mind in this business, you send the elevator back down, you help others. So I would like to know how someone did that for you in this business.
You know who really did that for me? It was Jack Black. No, really. Jack found my music and really generously invited me to be in his Festival Supreme, which was a huge lineup. I remember just thinking, like, Jack is like the coolest guy.
You're trying to make me cry.
Nah, don't cry.
All the feels!
Don't do the theater Toy Story 3 cry. You don't have to. It's not the He makes these
I
gross...
did believe in you, but the truth is you were already on fuego. You were going crazy viral, and I was just like catching the wave.
You finally met your match, chameleon.
We're not so different, you and I.
Talk about a collab. That Jack Black and White sure knows how to party like a panda.
Kung Fu Panda takes the law into his own paws, but Eddie Murphy is back with his badge in Beverly Hills, baby. And this time, it's personal.
I love the Axel F because for me, this movie not only brought the heat, it brought the heart. And the F is
That
for...
sounds like a good one sheet. It brings the heat and the heart.
Yes, brings the heat and the heart. And the F, for me, for this film, stood for father.
It brought the heat and the heart and the father.
And the father.
We put our lives on the line.
We have action, we have comedy, and now we've got the family part of it. This fourth time around, tell me about the heart.
He's estranged from his daughter. He hasn't really had a relationship with her. And that's the stuff that holds the whole movie together. You go, well, why is Axel back in Hollywood? Why is he back out there in Beverly Hills? It's like, okay, his daughter's in trouble.
Eddie is so good at playing Axel with top-tier realistic stunts to match, so I had to know, did Mr. Murphy do any of his own stunts?
When you see me doing a stunt in a movie, it's probably not.
Eddie, don't tell me.
Probably not me, unless it's
The explosions.
You thought I was really being in an explosion scene?
You know?
No, I wouldn't even do that when I was 21.
You could play it off like it was really
Oh yeah, I can act like I was in the explosion.
Oh, yeah.
You could do the explosion, have the stunt man blow it, then afterwards have me standing
That's
like
right. You sold it.
this. Yeah, I'm selling it.
Axel. Boy, we stole a helicopter!
I didn't realize that you couldn't really fly helicopters.
If you feel it, chase it. At least that's what they do in Oklahoma.
We're chasing storms here, but the reason we're all sitting here today is because we were chasing dreams first, right?
I love that.
Yeah, so check that one off the list.
Checked.
What's another recent thing you chased and you conquered? Maybe it was a DIY project.
That's a great question.
I know you adopted a puppy.
Yeah, I chased dad life.
Yeah,
and I
fatherhood.
conquered it. Yes, at the end of the dog dad rainbow. I chased dog dad to the end of the rainbow and I found it. It's been amazing, and he really has become a little mascot for the Twisters family.
He was a Twister's baby as well. He was born. Well, he wasn't born in Oklahoma.
He was
He was
adopted.
born out of a tornado.
Yeah.
He really came out and we caught him.
Are you seeing this?
We got twins! Twins!
This year, we started with Bob Marley and we're ending with Bob Dylan. Coming up, Timmy, sing us a tune.
If you go with snowflake storm.
You don't want to miss it.
Plus, our critic kids weigh in with their own movie ratings. All that and more coming up.
Thanks for staying with us. I was going to be sad if you left. Speaking of sadness, joy, anger, anxiety, the emotions were front row this year, and two opposing ones kept it real with me on The Key to Happiness.
Orange? Who made the console orange?
Not me. Hello. I'm Anxiety. I am just such a huge fan of yours.
Amy Poehler is back, bringing all of us girls and boys joy, along with her new friend, Anxiety, voiced by Maya Hawke.
What do we do to prioritize joy in our lives?
Great question. That's what the film kind of asks you. I think that there's this freedom that comes from not being self-conscious when you're a young person and where your imagination is such a big part of your brain. Pixar is not telling you that don't worry, be happy.
Exactly.
They're saying that it's a complicated life we live, and these other emotions have to, be given room and space as well.
Like how much young people, like children, are benefited by knowing their grandparents and spending time with them, and people who are older are benefited by being around children. Community is the key to happiness, I think, and what I love about this movie and Pixar movies at large is it offers this opportunity for community.
I could talk all day long about how Inside Out 2 broke box office records and was a smash hit amongst audiences everywhere. But why not have our critic kids do it instead?
I thought it was good because it was different from the first one, but in a good way. It was more fast paced and more things were happening, but they're able to fit it all in well.
Holly, what did you think? Was it relatable for you? You're 15.
It was extremely relatable. I felt like this was kind of like one of those first movies I saw where I really felt myself with Riley, because again, it tackled a lot of things I feel like most movies, they're more afraid to tackle.
Let's get Lucas's perspective. You also thought it was relatable.
Yes, it was really relatable, even down to the braces, right?
Oh, look at that, with the rubber bands, true.
Oh yeah, this movie was excellent. And I have a lot of friends that enjoyed the first one, so I definitely would tell them to watch the second one.
Disney was feeling a lot of joy with that film, and so were our critic kids. So let's continue the voyage and put the C in sequel for Moana 2.
Well, hello, Bacon. Okay, I feel like there's some backstory that I need to get caught up on.
Sona, did you laugh during this movie?
Mm-hmm.
Was it really funny?
Yes.
Was it sad at all?
No.
Did your dad like it?
You better have.
Our critic kids absolutely loved the film, scoring it a perfect 10 out of 10. In fact, box office numbers show the sequel shattered Thanksgiving weekend expectations.
The Lido Theater has a Betty Davis sitting parlor. The holiday season means award season. From your holiday wish list to your holiday watch list. Let's see what the critics have to say.
Truly, the box office numbers are defying gravity.
Oh!
And that's
wow,
wicked!
Yes.
This movie's such a crowd pleaser. It's such a great story. They really integrated a lot of parts of the book that didn't make it into the musical.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande,
Powerhouse.
like this, and the list goes on. There's so many stars in this movie. Every square inch of it is gorgeous to look at. The songs are on point. There's nothing about this that will not win a ton of awards.
Absolutely.
Selena Gomez, Zoe Saldana, Carla Gascon. The three of these actresses went to Cannes and they won Best Actress for this movie. Zoe is a lawyer. She meets a cartel boss. There's a request, and when you get that request, you're in it all the way to the end.
And you're feeling the Holy Spirit for the award season this year, right? Hallelujah.
Conclave is this film that really took me by surprise because it puts the Catholic Church on blast like no other. We've seen a zillion different films that, you know, go in and around the Catholic Church, but this time there is a priest that dies, and so we've always seen when a priest passes away or when the new pontiff is coming in, how that whole process goes. This puts it on a whole new level.
Yes.
And there's intrigue and there's mystery and there's suspense. It's so fabulous.
If there was only certainty and no doubt, there would be no mystery. And therefore no need for faith.
Thank you to my fellow critics for their thoughts. Hey, here's a thought. Why not go see a movie this week? Both Mufasa and A Complete Unknown are now playing. Hey, why not make it a double feature when you go to the movies? And stay with us because I'm talking to the stars when we come back.
Mufasa. I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother.
I headed down south to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park to talk to the people who brought the magic to Mufasa. So let's get ready to Pride Rock and Roll.
We have soft rock, we have yacht rock, but do we have Pride Rock?
Oh, I like that. That's good.
If I looked at your playlist, what rock am I seeing? So we can make that, you know, like now music.
Oh.
48's Pride Rock.
Wow.
That's a good question.
Do they still make those now, compilations?
I think we're on to 186.
I was going to say.
Now that's what I call music.
Yeah. Does Gen Z know about now that's what I call it? That's the only thing we have.
Lion King is a genre of music.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's not just one movie. It's not just that 94 original. It's the Broadway musical. It's what Beyonce brought to the franchise with The Gift and the Inspired by tunes.
Right. If I was to go on your playlist in the rock genre, what rock stars am I seeing on there?
you're gonna find a good amount of dad rock. Some Mountain Goats, some Decemberists, some Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes.
Probably my favorite rock song of all time is Under Pressure.
And whether you go with your real family, chosen family, or make it a date night, Seth and Billy have some requests for optimal viewing.
I don't want people to sing in the theater.
You don't want people to sing.
No. I went and saw Wicked, and the whole time I was there with my wife, I was like, if we end up in one of those singing in the theater screenings, I'm going to lose my mind.
But during Mufasa, I do want people attacking each other.
Yeah.
Like the lions do.
Without mercy.
Amanda Salas with Good Day LA. I'm about to talk to Timothy Chalamet. The movie got nominated for a Globe and it's a big deal. So in the words of Bob Dylan, how does it feel? How does it feel? So I want to say congratulations, and congratulations to the film in itself and you getting the nomination for a Golden Globe.
Thank you.
So I guess the first question I have to ask is, how does it feel?
Hey, you know.
Wow!
Hey, yeah, that was good. That was good.
Thank
That was
you.
good. That might be a new karaoke pick for you.
Yeah.
Everyone worked tremendously hard on this movie. You know, it sounds like a cliche at this point, but really everyone poured themselves into it.
You tramped all the way from Minnesota. Why is that? I wanted to catch a spark.
I loved the 1960s courting. People don't court as much anymore in the dating world. And I remember you guys walking on the street in one scene and you let him know your schedule. And he says, when can I see you again? You're like, well, I just told you my
That's a really interesting
I never thought about that.
I don't know if you noticed that, but she pays for the meal.
She did.
Yeah.
She picked it up at the diner. You sat there. You didn't even. She did that. Let me get this.
Yeah, I'm like courting.
No one wants to hear what a kid wrote last month.
Well, I like your songs.
Where the winds hit heavy on the borderline.
What do you like about the courting of the 1960s?
If you go with snowflake storm.
Something more romantic about a phone call. I wish that like the waiting by the phone, like my mom like describes that, like you had to wait by the phone and see if they would call you. Like that's romantic to me. I'm a hopeless romantic, so.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you block everyone, they can only reach you by mail.
That's right. From movies to music, which is a huge part of entertainment, and the energy is alive for 2025 with the festival lineups.
Get ready to rock and roll. Coachella will have big names like Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Missy Elliott. And Stagecoach will have performances from Jelly Roll, Lana Del Rey, and the Backstreet Boys. If you don't make it down to the desert, you could simply stay local at SoFi Stadium with headliners like Kendrick Lamar and SZA and Shakira. Her hips don't lie, and neither do I. From SoFi to the Kia Forum, you can catch the Millennium Tour, Gracie Abrams, and Dua Lipa next year. So do yourself a favor, head over to their website for dates and details. Now hold on tight as we cruise through some highly anticipated films. From action-packed Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Thunderbolts, and F1, to family favorites like Lilo and Stitch, a Minecraft movie, and Wicked Part 2.
Coming up, besides me, a lot goes into the behind-the-scenes work that so many do. I caught up with a Marvel prop master who's sharing his craft for a good cause.
I choose to run toward my problems and not away from them. Because that's what heroes do.
You know the people. Chris Evans as Captain America, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, and Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
Avengers!
Assemble.
You know the place, the MCU, as in Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you definitely know the props. Shield, hammer, heart.
Let me get that for you.
Now I want you to know the property master whose heart, skills, and name are behind those props and so many more. Russell Bobbitt. with 4 decades of notable feature films to his credit, including 27 Marvel features, streamers, and specials.
I'm constantly figuring out like how to make the better prop and what could be better about the Captain America shield.
Russell gave me a behind-the-scenes look at the hand prop room, where we saw, touched, and admired countless gems from film and TV.
I don't think it's big enough.
Russell started visiting pediatric patients in 2013 after seeing a nurse bring out a young patient from a hospital to watch some of the behind-the-scenes of filming on location.
I looked him in the eye and I said, "What are you in for?" And he said, "I'm waiting for a heart." Wow. Serious. Wow. Waiting for a heart. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I will be walking into that hospital and going up to his room with a Captain America shield within minutes.
In that moment, Russell realized that he could do even more with his craft. He could bring smiles to those who need it most. And for over 11 years, he still makes pediatric patients smile. As a cancer survivor myself, I knew just the place and just the kids to share that joy with for the holiday season.
I hear you are a really big fan of Captain America.
Yes.
What is something about Captain America that makes him stand out?
His really awesome shield.
We have some special friends here today that wanted to bring you something. Captain America held that shield. I saw you tearing up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
What made you tear up?
Just the fact that, you know, what he went through and that he's, you know, pulled through, you know.
Wow! And Russell continued bringing the Marvel magic to even more patients throughout the Children's Cancer Center at City of Hope.
Okay, I'm gonna let go. Oh, nice!
Whoa!
Pretty big.
What do you think?
Cool.
Bringing hope to the patients and their parents, courtesy of some Hollywood heroes. Oh, and of course, their healthcare heroes.
There's something about Marvel and Disney that brings everyone together and brings joy.
I agree. I think it's something, they have values and lessons that any age can learn from and appreciate.
It just brings so much joy to everybody that's here today. We just want to thank you for coming and lifting spirits.
Avengers Assemble!
Look at the top. It says, "He who wields this hammer commands the lightning from the storm."
Whoa!
No way.
My name is Nia, reporting from City of Hope. Back to you.
Well, that's a wrap on 2024. Hey, you grab the tickets, I'll grab the popcorn, and I'll see you at the movies.